I'm here to show you today how I make my mold for my coasters. And I use this egg ring or an egg shaper. I've seen it called both, and it's a 4-inch round circle, and it's made out of silicone. And what it's used is you would put this into your frying pan and put an egg in there, and it would come out in a perfect circle. So that's what this is normally used for, but I like it because it's made out of silicone and it's the right size, and it gives me smooth edges, and resin doesn't stick to silicone, so it's kind of the perfect product for me to do this. And I'm working on parchment paper because resin will not stick to parchment paper. And the way that I'm creating the mold is I'm using hot glue on the parchment paper, and the hot glue won't stick to the silicone and it won't stick to the parchment paper, so that's perfect too. And you can use these 4-inch cork circles to put it into the bottom, and you can paint it. I've done that before. Or you can leave them natural, depending on the look you're going for, or you can not use them at all. But I do put it in before I glue the mold to the parchment paper, because that way it keeps my egg ring in a perfect circle. So once I have it the way I want it, I also do another trick that I haven't shared. I just started doing this. I'll put like some heavy stuff on top of the egg ring. And I do that so that when the glue is going around, that it doesn't have any room for it to seep under. It's tight down onto the parchment paper, and that way the resin won't seep out from under the egg ring, and the glue and the resin won't make contact, and it has eliminated a lot of the cleanup I've had to do around the edges of the resin. Now if it does get under there, it's not that big a deal, but if it can save you a step, why not do it? So I have my glue, my hot glue, nice and hot. And all I do is I squirt it around the edge, and I want to make sure that I have the entire edge covered, and that way the resin won't seep out from under. And then when I have it all covered like that around, I will just leave it there to cool. And then I will just take my craft knife, and I'll go right between the silicone and the cork, and I'll pop that cork right out if I'm not using it in this particular project. And that way the coaster will be clear on both sides. So I hope you give it a try, and it's a lot of fun to embed different things and experiment with different things to put in these coasters, and I'll keep making them, and I've had some of my subscribers send me some really fun stuff to be putting in it. So I'm always happy to hear your ideas, and if you want to go check out what's happening on my blog at www.craftclatch.com, you'll find all of the directions for this and other crafts over there. And also I have a page where it's products I use, and you can click on that tab and it'll show you where you can get like the resin and the egg ring and maybe some of the molds that I use. So go check that out, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.